Hello everyone, sorry for not being here today. We're going to start off with these first couple of questions. Just a reminder, these are on your green sheet. So if you turn to your green sheet, they are on the very bottom on the side that says polygons. You are going to need that for your test. That is the only notes that you are going to have on your test. So if you look at number 1, it says, what is the sum of the measures of the interior angles? So some of the measures, if I were you, I would just kind of underline them just to see what you can use. So if you look at your green sheet at the bottom, it doesn't necessarily say sum of the measures. It says interior angle sum, but it's the exact same thing. You would say S is equal to N minus 2 multiplied by 180. And remember, N is the number of sides. And then it does tell you that it is an octagon, and of course that does mean it has 8 sides. You do need to know this for your test. So you need to know triangle, quad, heptagon, nonagon, decagon, all of that you are going to need to know for your test. They are questions on the test that specifically ask you how many sides these figures have. So all you need to do here is say S is equal to 8 minus 2 times 180. And all of this should be input into the calculator at one time. You should get an answer of 1080. And then, of course, don't forget the degree sign. You're going to do number 2 on your own, and then you will get that checked off with your sub. So number 3 is a little bit different. Number 3 says measure of each. I do want you to box each. Well, actually box everything. Box each interior angle. That's different. That is on your green sheet right below interior angle sum. You will find each interior angle. Remember, it's the same equation. So you're still going to do N minus 2 times 180. But this time you are going to divide by the number of sides. So here it says hexagon, so I know that's 6 sides. So I would say 6 minus 2 multiplied by 180, and then I'll divide that again by 6. And a lot of you guys had trouble when you were doing these because you had to use N twice. That's completely fine. Yes, you are using 6 twice here as well. You should be doing this in 2 steps, so I do want you guys to put this into the calculator first. After you press enter, then I want you to divide by the number of sides. So do that in 2 steps because you want to do it all at once. It gets a little bit tricky. But at the end of the day, you are going to have an answer of 120 degrees. I do want you guys to do number 4 on your own. You are getting a decimal on your own. After you found the answer for number 4, I do want you guys to go ahead and check in with your sub to make sure you got the right answer. Let's look at number 5. Number 5 says, what is the sum of the measures of the exterior angles? That's on your green sheet. The sum of the measures of the exterior angle. This one says decagon, but the answer is going to be the same for whatever polygon you choose to put on there. So our answer is simply 360 degrees. Number 6 looks similar, but it's different. It's talking about the measure of each exterior angle. That is on your green sheet as well. It is at the bottom right corner. So bottom right corner, locate that so you know where it is for your test tomorrow. But that simply says take 360 degrees and divide it by the number of sides. So in this case, you would say 360 and divided it by 30 because that is what they're asking you for. So when you do 360 divided by 30, you should get an answer of 12. Number 7 says, if the exterior angle of a regular polygon is 22.5 degrees, how many sides does it have? That is not on your green sheet. That is the equation that I've been telling you guys for the past couple of days that you are going to have to memorize on your own. And if it's talking one exterior angle and the number of sides, that's going to be 360 divided by the exterior angle. Again, not on your green sheet. You are memorizing that on your own. In this case, we would say 360 divided by 22.5. Go ahead, do that on your own. You don't have to get that one checked. Just go ahead and solve it, and I will be checking it later on. Number 9 says, if the sum of the measures of the interior angles, I'm going to go ahead and underline that. So now eventually I'm going to use it. And so the sum of the measures of the interior we know is S equal to n minus 2 times 180. I know eventually I am going to use that. But it says, if the sum of the measures of the interior angles of a polygon is 1980, how many sides does it have? We can't use the 360 divided by the exterior angle because this is solely talking about interior angles. Can't use that really easy formula. So what we do is we take the sum of the measures, which is this S, and we replace what we have in order to find our n, which is our number of sides. So instead of S, I'm going to say 1980. Again, n minus 2 times 180. And if you don't know what to do to get rid of or where to start, you kind of can talk it back to yourself because you are saying n minus 2 times 180. So if you're multiplying 180, you can just start off by dividing both sides by 180. That gets canceled. Once you do 1980 divided by 180, you should get 11. And all you do here is add 2 to both sides to cancel this. You have an n equal to 13. So if you're ever working backwards from here, all you have to do is replace your n, divide 1 by 180, and add 2. I want you guys to do number 10 on your own. Go ahead and get that checked out by your sub. Let's actually skip on over to number 12. It says find the value of S. So in this figure, we see we are given most of the angles. We're finding one, the one that is left over. So first things first is notice they're all interior angles. So what I should be doing first is finding the sum, what they all are supposed to add up to. So in order to do that, we would of course find our S, which is the sum of interior. This has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides. So we say 5 minus 2 times 180. We've done a lot of pentagons lately. So you could either do that equation or some of you have it memorized already, but this is 540 degrees. And so what you can do here is take your 540 and then subtract the rest of the angles that you are given. So you would say minus 87, minus 105, minus 135, and then lastly minus 92. You can add all of them up and then subtract them from 540. I'm just lazy and just might as well press all the buttons now. But at the end of the day, you should get 121 degrees as your answer. I want you guys to try number 13 on your own. Get that one checked out. Remember, find your S first. But after you've done that, you can watch the second part of this video. I will link that in the Schoology folder again. So watch this video, finish it up, and then we're going to flip over to the back and do 16 through 18 in a separate video.